You all right?
And we're live.
Sweet.
Yep. Except for Sean. He's dead and sick.
Apparently. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Holy shit, and he
sick.
shaved. I just noticed.
Yeah, we had 3-day weekend. Saturday, like midday, got real sick. Goodbye, 3-day weekend.
Yep. That's the way it goes.
Stayed horizontal for a few days. Nose all stuffed. It's just a cold, but blowing my nose every like 2 minutes. So it's a bummer. I probably sound weird. I think I sound weird.
You sound
Yeah, you sound
normal-ish.
well, that's fine. Yeah, you can tell that something's up. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
The
but
worst
like
is,
not
like,
bad.
Because you have to breathe through your mouth a lot. The lips get so chapped.
Always have chapstick with you if you're sick.
I definitely had chapstick, but it's like during the nighttime. Like I can't. There's not much I can do. So there was like 2 days where my lips were just like, they were the only thing there was like dead skin and cracks and blood.
Great.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yep.
Tasty.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna apply some right now.
All right.
Behold, chapstick
Yeah.
from the future.
What have you guys been up to this week?
Not
Working.
much. I'm just getting ready. Yeah, working. Getting ready for a trip.
Oh yeah, when's
this
the trip?
Is this the next weekend trip or?
We leave March 6th, so that's when we take off.
Right.
This weekend I've got sub night I'm running on my Twitch stream, and on Saturday that is, and on Sunday I'm running a tournament at Video Game Trader again.
Oh, for
So
what?
we're running Street Fighter 2, free to enter.
Okay. Has that been advertised? Because I didn't know that at all.
Yes, actually, I ran it right before the podcast. That's why.
Okay. Fair
I
enough.
popped it up before they got Video Game Traders put out a bunch of stuff on it, and I'm hitting up the rest of the socials before the weekend ends. So
Gotcha.
Got a question in the chat for you, John. What time does the Sunday tournament start?
1 o'clock.
Is that Mountain Time?
Yes, 1 o'clock
Yeah.
Mountain Time. So get there before that.
Is there like
There you go.
a sign in and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, usual
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Show up, but since there's no entry fees, so like just make sure you show up, and
Sure.
then we'll like put you in the bracket.
Right. Right. Cool, man.
I'm sorry if you already talked about this. Is this online or is this in the store?
This is in the store. It's not streamed.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got so much stuff going on here too, because today we brought home a new kitten.
All right.
Yay.
We have a second cat here. So now we also, while we're getting ready to travel, we're also figuring out how to get this cat used to being here and used to our other cat.
What's this
Yeah.
cat's name?
This cat's name is Eva, to go along with Bagel, aka Big Boss. So we got Big
Makes
Boss and Eva.
sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Bagel's full name is Big Boss Bagel.
He has one eye,
Because-
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So we got a girl cat and we called her Eva.
Nice.
Wait,
She's
is
fucking
Eva the-
adorable. I've been looking at
Eva's
pictures all
not
day.
the boss. She's the
No, Eva's
No.
the girl with the goggles.
Yeah.
with like the bikini top.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you know, kitten.
Why didn't
Yeah,
you
they
name
gotta
one
go.
of them like the Fury or the Suffering?
Oh man.
We were tempted.
Or yeah,
That's their pet names for them.
the latter.
The sorrow. We just call them both
The
the
sorrow,
for
yeah.
driving us nuts.
I don't think there is one that's the Suffering. I think I was thinking of the Sorrow.
Yeah,
That's
the
a good game.
Sorrow.
I actually was thinking about that game like earlier today or yesterday. I think that's my favorite Metal Gear Solid game that I've played.
3 is the best.
For sure.
I think
Yep.
that's like unanimously accepted.
Yep.
It's a really good game.
I mean, the three of us say so, so that's just fact.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
As
Yeah.
professional Metal Gear Solid discussioners.
And I mean, I own 5. I haven't played it, so I definitely can say so.
Me too. There you go. Same boat.
Yeah.
5 is
I feel like that's
really
every game for
good,
you.
but that, man, 5 doesn't feel like a Metal Gear game at all. It's real different. It's fun though.
But you can attach a balloon to a bear and fly it to your base.
I mean, that's the fun part, and why it doesn't
Yeah,
feel
what
like
is that
Metal
called
Gear.
again? Fulton?
The Fulton method or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
What about you two? What have you been up to? Besides, I guess Sean being sick.
I've just been sick.
You've just been sick? Nothing else?
I go to Arizona this weekend for regionals. That'll be fun.
Oh, while you're sick? Oof.
I'm like, I mean, I'm just about better at this point. Like I went
Sure.
to work today, so
Okay.
it's been raining here a ton, and I hate it.
So you took the week off? For the most
No,
part?
I was working from home for a few days.
Okay. In that time, did you play any video games? Which is what we talk about here on the
Man.
top-down perspective.
On the 23rd of February.
On the 23rd of
Posted
February.
by John and Paul.
Yeah, that's us, but I would like to know what you've been playing this week, Sean, while you're sick.
Okay, well, I was sick. I just played a bunch of Tales of Berseria.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
about right. Playing in a
that's-
long
that's
RPG when you're sick sounds legit.
Yeah, just a long RPG. That game's still fun. There's nothing really else to talk about for that game that I haven't already said. I played through Halo Wars 2.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that, and like co-op campaign was a ton of fun.
Wow, it has co-op?
Yeah, the campaign it fully co-op, which is great because you can like. So my buddy and I'd be like, hey, why don't you go like attack and capture the control points, and I'm just gonna keep building stuff and fortifying our base, and I'll just send you units. So that was pretty fun. And then it has this new mode that's pretty good called Blitz.
Okay.
And then so it's like a wave base. So it's like their spin on Firefight. It even has Firefight in the name. So it's a wave based thing. You know, think Horde mode. But instead of like having a base and fighting off the waves that way, you have to capture these 3 control points. I only played one match of this so far. You have to capture the 3 control points, and then it's kind of King of the Hill style. If you have the majority of the control points, you'll start gaining points, and if the enemy
Right.
has the majority, they'll gain points until the end. But the way you make units is it's like a card-based system. So you can find resources on the map. They'll just kind of spawn randomly, and you got to send like a unit over there to just pick them up. And it's just one resource, and then you hold down left trigger to open up your hand, basically, and you'll have 4 cards there, and you can play a card that would be a standard unit in like the main game. So like I'm gonna play the Warthog card, and you're gonna get a Warthog, or I'm
Sure.
gonna play a Scorpion card, or I'm gonna play Marines, and they'll give you like 3 Marines and stuff like that. And they swap that with different like abilities as well, because in the main game as well, you have hero powers where you can like drop an artillery strike, or bring in a whole bunch of ODSTs to join you, or heal some stuff, and those will be cards as well. And you can swap them out for cost and whatnot as well. But yeah, that was actually surprisingly fun. I didn't think I was going to get really into that, but we played co-op again, and I just like this game so much more co-op. I liked it as single player. I played most of it single player actually, but like if you have a buddy to play through this with, it's a ton of fun. I would recommend that route.
Cool.
And they have tons of those packs that's in every game now. Gears had packs of cards, and those go towards Blitz, so that you can like. Bring in stronger resources or more rarer cards or whatever. I have like 21 packs that I didn't open just through playing through the campaign, which I should do. But I just played Blitz with the standard deck, and that was fine. And you can customize your deck too. Like there was definitely cards where I was like, I'm never going to use the decoy Spartan ever, and you can swap out those cards and make your own custom deck, which is kind of cool. So I would recommend Halo Wars 2. My main issue with it is I don't think it looks that great, and I still don't like the controls.
I mean, I don't think that they're ever going to get a good setup for that kind of game. So I hear you on that.
This is an Xbox Play Anywhere title, so if you get it digitally, I guess you get the Windows 10 version as well. That also does not have keyboard support, from what I'm told.
Really?
I was looking it up because I was like, hang on, before I read this review, can I plug a mouse and keyboard into my Xbox? Because that would solve one of my issues. And I just quick Google search said even the Windows one does not have it, but they're looking into it for the future, which seems weird for me. But I'm not going to download that on my PC and try that out just to confirm that one way or the other, because my PC won't run that. So there's that, but the Xbox version definitely doesn't have it, and so it makes splitting your units difficult and cumbersome, which can make some of the levels hard, and I would imagine make the online multiplayer very difficult. Yeah, but anyways, apart from that, I like that game. It was fun. Ends on a big cliffhanger, like all second Halo games do.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure.
I'm glad that's a trend. I'm glad that's a trend that took over.
Yeah, that's a great trend.
Halo Wars 3 coming in, I guess, another 5 years.
Yeah, I'm surprised we got a Halo Wars 2. So
actually, wait. Yeah,
I'm really impressed they'd go for like sequel bait.
Apart from that, I played a little game on my phone that I'm really digging called The Lost Shield.
I was wondering about this, actually. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, this is a pretty small game. It's by GameStew, who did another game I liked.
Okay.
Which I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to do a quick Google search. GameStew. GameStew doesn't really have a website.
Oh, good.
Which is weird. They have a blog spot that's in a different language. Ancient Legacy. So I talked about this game, Ancient Legacy, easily over a year ago. No one remembers it. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
But The Lost Shield is a dungeon crawler that plays like Arkanoid or Brick Break.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's actually really interesting.
That sounds cool.
A couple days ago, it was on sale for $1. So if anyone is interested in this, jump on that. Otherwise, it's normally $2. I don't know about Android pricing.
Is it out on Android? I'm finding that out. So
I don't know. Check it out. So you'll.
I see iOS/Android.
Dope.
Nice.
All right.
So I would recommend this game. First off, the soundtrack is really good. It's some pretty dancey chiptune music.
Okay.
I was surprised because normally handheld games I don't play with the music on, and I wasn't playing with the music on. And then the other night I had some time to myself, so I was like, well, I'm at home playing it, I might as well turn the music on. And I was like, I gotta keep this music on. Holy smokes, it's real good. But so the way it plays is you'll be in some kind of room, and it's top down obviously, or think it like Brick Break, but instead of the bricks, there will be walls and chests and enemies, and the whole thing is not as dense as your classic Brick Break game. So there's a lot more space involved, and your goal is to hit all of the enemies so that you can progress to the next stage before the time runs out. But your paddle is your party, and you start with your main dude who has the shield, and he has 2 followers. But you'll come across in different stages cages where people are chained up, and if you can kill the correct enemy who has the key, you'll unlock that cage, and then that person will join your party. And different people have different abilities. Some will throw spears up forwards, some will do blasts, some will catch the ball for you so you can reposition and shoot it. And there's tons of hidden staircases that if you find a hidden staircase in a stage, you get to go to a bonus stage where it's just coins and stuff like that. Collecting coins throughout the stages will allow you to upgrade your party when you're outside of the game, so that your attacks will do more damage and stuff like that. And then anytime the ball gets past your paddle or your 3-person party, you lose one of your party members until you're down to 1, and then you lose.
Okay.
It's not a roguelike. So I guess it's not exactly like Brick Break, because I guess if you think of it, Brick Break's kind of like a roguelike, because you always have to start at the beginning. This one, it's level based, and you can just start in at the next level. There's, I believe, 9 levels for each world, and there's 6 worlds. So there's actually a good deal of content to this, and every final level has a boss fight that you have to take on, which I'm currently stuck on the first world's boss fight. I've only played a little bit of this. But it's kind of a really cool pairing. It looks like a Game Boy game. Everything is, pixelated and tinged green. which if anyone does remember Ancient Legacy, this was also similar, very similar art style.
So
yeah,
I can't
again,
find this on Android anywhere except for this site called AndroidAPK.net, which might be a little shady. I'm not sure. This isn't the point of this. The point of this is there's reviews for APKs on this site, and the top one says, reminds me of Link's Awakening 5 out of 5. So, Sean, how many Link's Awakenings out of 5 is this game?
Oh man, again, I haven't played a ton of it, but I'm gonna say 3.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I'd like to give a shout out to searching on the Play Store for The Lost Shield and getting Secret of Mana instead.
Dude, yeah, the stuff that comes up instead is actually amazing. Secret of Mana, Reckless Racing is number 2 for me. Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery, This War of Mine, Sketchbook, Draw and Paint, like everything but what I typed.
See, I got Sonic the Hedgehog and
that's great.
MIDI motor
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
racing.
I mean, if you even Google search game Stew and click the first one, which is their Blogspot thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't even mention this game anywhere, and all the tabs along the top are in like Chinese.
Great. Okay.
Like,
Sure.
so yeah, best of luck trying to find it, I guess. I'm pretty sure it's real easy to find on iOS. Let me do a quick search.
Yeah, on the iOS store. It must be. You found it. So
Well, I had it on like a watch list because I have an app that tells me when things go on sale. So when it went on sale, I could just, I got a shortcut to it.
yeah.
Let's see, The Lost Shield comes up immediately on iOS. So
Great.
best of luck for people on Android. Maybe try searching the developer Game Stew on your
That's
store?
actually not the worst idea for sure. Okay, Game
2 words, by the way.
Stew.
I got
And
stew
yes.
recipes.
Yep, and beef stew recipe, cooking game stew sausage. There you go.
Stew recipes free. Hempire.
Granny's finest pot does not necessarily sound like a cooking
Deer
app.
meat recipes full. Witches of the Slots. Block Puzzle Legend, aka Tetris.
There's one thing that even though I love Android way over iOS, I have to give iOS, is that their store is not the garbage that we get. Our store is so bad for looking stuff up, it's ridiculous.
Can you like Google search a link? Because I know you can for iOS games. You can find like an iTunes link.
Like I said, I can download the APK file, but it could just be a virus that like takes my bank information named the Lost Shield.apk. So
Oh, cool.
I'm not doing that. Just in case.
Okay, well,
It
anyone
looks
else
fun
out
though.
there, if you can find it, it's it's a weird mashup of the genres, and I enjoy it. That's all I've been playing.
Nice. What about you, John?
Nice.
What have you been doing?
I haven't been playing much because I've been getting ready for the kitten and for traveling and stuff. So
Sure.
didn't do a game clearing stream this week because Sub Night is on Saturday, which means yesterday was Fortune Cookie.
Okay.
I have been playing more Fire Emblem Heroes. I finally
Yep.
got through all the stages that were left in the game, so now I'm just waiting for content, leveling up characters. I need a few more feathers, and I'm getting them once I.
You saw they released
do
new
a couple-
characters, right? Like yesterday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't have enough orbs. I need like 6
Yeah.
more orbs before I do a pull.
Yeah, fair enough.
What was I gonna say? Once I finish like one last arena quest, I finally have enough to upgrade a 4-star to a 5-star.
Nice.
So I'm gonna promote
Yep.
one of my units and see how she gets promoted and how that increases her attack. Other than that, yeah, just waiting.
Which
Still
unit?
enjoying it though. Cersei's gonna get promoted to 5-star
Nice.
because this
Okay.
weekend I got lucky and I finally got Takumi.
Oh man.
I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I have 3 5-stars currently that I pulled naturally. Takumi, Lin, and Azura, and now I'm gonna promote my Cersei, which is my Wyvern Axe Flyer. So
Nice.
now I'll finally have a full 5-star team.
Nice.
Can I say I thought one Takumi was bad, Wow. I found the worst possible team to fight in Arena the other day.
Was it all Takumi?
No, I have not encountered a 4
Oh.
Takumi team yet, thank
Okay.
God. 2 Takumis and Azura, who is a singer who gives characters an extra turn.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think his name is Ryoza or Ryoma, the
Yep.
Shogun armor dude from
Yep.
Birthright.
That guy's a motherfucker, man. Yep.
Ryoma has far counterattack, so no matter where you attack him from, he counterattacks.
Yep.
Takumi has near counterattack, so no matter where you attack him, he counterattacks, and Azura gives one character an extra turn.
Yep.
It was impossible to fight that team, and they just decimated me.
That sounds
Holy
terrible. Yeah.
It was awful.
Yep.
So garbage. Still enjoying the game, though.
Good.
Otherwise, this weekend, I went to a mystery tournament that our friend Brad was running.
You went to the
He
Salt
runs
Flats.
Yeah, I went to Salt Flats. Smash Logic Gaming is, I think, the company he runs.
Yep.
And he runs like a bunch of major Smash Brothers tournaments, but he also does all these side things. So I entered a Puyo Puyo Tetris tournament,
Oh, man.
This must have been the
entered
Japanese version, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And I also entered the mystery tournament, which was the main reason I went. I also ended up technically running round 1 of the mystery tournament because round 1 was Saturn Bomberman 10 player.
Nice.
So
All right.
that
Did
was
you
an
know
easy
about
buy
that
for me.
beforehand?
No, well, I asked him, did you want me to bring my Saturn Bomberman setup? Because maybe I thought he was going to run a side tournament or something. But then he's like, no, I'm just going to use it for round 1 of mystery. So just so you know, I'm like, all right, whatever.
Okay.
So that was an easy move on for me. But man, the games were real interesting this time around. Also, this tournament always fucking runs stupid late. I thought it was going to
Yeah.
actually end early for once. Apparently, it did not. I know it did not because I left at like 2 a.m. and there were still 2 rounds left.
Yeah.
It's double elimination. I played Saturn Bomberman, and then I had to play what was it called? Digimon Rumble Arena 2,
Okay.
which was great because I got paired up against someone that their roommates wrote up a tier list for the game, and he knew an infinite combo.
Oh, man.
So that,
All right.
so that sucked. That
Yeah.
real sucked.
That's really funny, though.
Yeah. So then we went in the losers brackets. We did, I think it was WarioWare Smooth Moves for the GameCube,
Okay. Sure.
or not Smooth Moves, Mega Micro Games, because Smooth Moves is the Wii one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mega Party Games. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
basically like you have 3 lives, survive, top 2 move on. Then it was the next round Windjammers? I think it was
Okay.
Windjammers. So we played Windjammers. Then we also played geocaching or geolocation or whatever it's called.
GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr, that's the one.
GeoGuessr's dope, man.
I had never played it before.
Okay.
I won by 60 points. That's the only reason I moved on.
That's close. Holy crap.
He had 3 rounds. You did 3 rounds of 5 guesses. The first round gave you a minute and a half per stage, so you could like try to figure it out.
Yeah.
You had 5 maps to go through. The second round was 45 seconds, and the third round was 15. So you just had to and one round didn't load, so you just had to wildly guess where it was, and apparently we all were really close.
Do you remember where it was?
It was no, I don't actually, unfortunately.
Okay. Probably like
I think I
Istanbul or something.
I think I guessed California, and it was like New York or something like that.
Oh, you got the right country even. That's pretty good.
I think we all did based on the scores.
No, okay.
Let's see, what was it? It was GeoGuessr, and then the round I got knocked out on was Wii Boxing on Wii Sports.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Game skill.
Yes, a good game that works real good. It sucked. It
Yeah.
was terrible. I hated it. Yeah, I got knocked out pretty easily on that. And
Yeah.
apparently the last 2 rounds that I did not see, one was build a Yu-Gi-Oh deck and then have a Yu-Gi-Oh match with real cards. Keep in mind this
Okay.
was at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Ugh.
Yeah. After a full
And
day.
and the other was apparently they built some custom controllers and you had to like figure out how to play a game using them, but I didn't stay to see it, so I have no idea what the hell happened. But apparently it was just like pure chaos.
Okay.
Other rounds were Ultimate Chicken Horse.
That's a good game.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
that is a good
Yep.
game. And Dive Kick.
That's
good
a good game. Yep. Man, that sounded like a good one this time around for
Yep,
sure.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to enter one of them again because it just takes an entire day. You lose an entire
Yeah.
day to it.
Yeah, yeah,
If it wasn't for the Puyo Puyo tournament, I would have been bored out of my mind.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, shots,
Ooh.
Brad.
Yo, I'm not the target market there because like there's like 200 plus people there playing Smash, so
Oh, for sure, yeah.
There was 200 people there?
it was packed. The building was
Yeah.
absolutely packed. I would not have been shocked if there were 200 people there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that guy can fill a tournament like
He's
Crazy.
good at what he does.
yeah, he is.
I've gone to one of his things and it was like a Microsoft store thing and there was like 6 of us, so I got a lot of pizza.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds good. For you, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a reason why like he puts the event out on Facebook for Salt Flats like 2 months prior and like promotes it and stuff.
But it's Salt
It's
Flats.
big.
That's just what he calls it. Salt.
Yeah.
Saltiness is a joke for fighting games. That's kind of just permeated Twitch culture
Right.
now.
Yeah.
So it's just
Okay.
the Salt Flats because we're also on the prairies too. So it works
You know what's
out.
annoying about that though is that there's an area outside of the city called the Salt Flats like area where like there's a little like gun range for gun owners to like shoot guns randomly. So I've been there a few times with a buddy of mine and I always think that it's out there in the middle of nowhere for some reason because of
Oh,
the
God.
name, which is like
I was
terrible.
thinking, I was like, is Salt Flats like the name of the building or the place? Like, what is Salt
No,
Flats?
No,
no,
that's
it's just
the
the name of
name.
the event. It's
Yeah.
in like it's just in like the middle of it. It's not even that far away from your house, your old house.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
it's near where we worked. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I played.
Nice.
Paul.
I've kind of not really played anything specifically. I've been doing some Fire Emblem
Not even
Heroes.
Resident Evil 7?
I mean, I have, but like, do you want me to talk about it again? Because now we're at the point where we're talking about my journey to finishing all the achievements and start speedrunning. Like, we're gonna get into minutia
How
if
many
we talk
times
about
have
it.
you beaten the game? How many times have you beaten the game?
Uncountable amount of times now between the two platforms.
You just stopped counting.
I just stopped counting. I basically like run that game for fun now, like to kill like 2 hours.
2
So,
hours.
Yeah, that game's super short, actually.
Damn.
Yeah. So if you want to get into minutia talk, which is this is not the place for that, I can, but no. Like if people want to hear that, they should just go to my Twitch page when I'm streaming because we're gonna get down and dirty
It's every
into
day.
some Resident Evil.
It
Yeah.
never stops.
Exactly. So no
Did
point
you-
in
did
bringing
you,
it up.
from here on
Did
out.
you play any more Fire Emblem Awakening?
No, I've been playing Heroes more because I don't carry my DS around
Okay, that's
with
not
me.
the one I asked about, so I don't really care.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's fair. Yeah, and just for that, I'm not going to play anymore, or at least I won't talk about. At least I won't talk about it here.
He's actually thrown away the game now.
Yeah,
It's in the garbage
doubling
can
down on
right
Heroes.
now.
I threw away the DS. In fact, I couldn't even take it out of the 3DS. I was so disgusted. I just threw out the whole thing. So, but yeah, no,
lit
I got to
on
go
fire.
back to that. I just never take it with me. Never occurs to me just like bring it. So
Dude, but you got to get those street passes.
how? I don't street
No.
pass people. I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know. It's also like, who cares about
Don't
the
worry
street
about the
passing?
street passes in that game.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't even remember what that game's street passes are.
You fight like other people's armies, and you can get items from their shops.
Cool.
Like,
Okay.
It's like one way to get items that you can't normally get in the game.
That sounds
Okay.
actually kind of cool. But yeah. Cool. We should move on to news.
Do it. News time.
That sounds like a good time. All right, news this week is brought to you by the disappointment of the Switch.
Oh my god.
All right, so
Wow, this is a lot of Switch stuff. Jesus.
I don't
Yeah,
actually
and
know
it's
any
all
of this except for one. So let's go.
okay, the Virtual Console will not be ready when the Switch launches.
I mean,
Okay.
that's fair
So-
enough.
The only system that launched with the Virtual Console was Wii. 3DS and Wii U both got them late too.
Congrats, Nintendo. That's
Congrats,
another.
you still have the same level of quality you did before.
Yep.
Nothing has changed, Nintendo.
I mean, that's a
even
failure
less
in
games
itself,
to
to be
play.
honest. But yes, yeah.
I look at
That's
this
too
as
bad.
even less games to play at launch.
I mean, they didn't. I don't think they've said the Virtual Console was coming. Period. They've been like, yeah, it's in the works, but they never promised it was going to be at launch.
No, I'm not saying they promised it at launch, but they did say it was coming. That it would be on the Switch.
Mhm.
Anyways, we will share more information in the future. Great.
That's a Nintendo message
There's
there.
going to be a day one update for the Switch. Here's what it's going to have.
Okay. Give it to
So-
me.
Wait, why
Here's
is
the
this under the
things
bad things?
Yeah, I'm kind of
This is
wondering
standard
too.
for every console.
Yep.
No, this is a fine thing. I'm just
Okay.
saying the,
Okay.
the majority of the stuff is like, oh, here's another thing that's wrong with the Switch right now. Okay, things that it's going to get on day one: access to network features such as the eShop, online gameplay, ability to share images to social media. Thank God. Etc. The ability to link your Nintendo account to your Switch. I would hope that's there. Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. And the ability to connect online using hotspots that require authentication, such as hotels or cafes.
Honestly, it just sounds like this update like unlocks the internet for the system.
Yeah.
So that's
Yep.
fine.
Yep. Here's one that's a little concerning. Is there's a
There's a desync problem with
there's a
Joy-Con.
desync problem with
Yeah.
the Joy-Cons. Yeah,
This one I did know
there's a
about.
video-
I saw
There's a video up on what's this account? Game
experts or
Explain.
something.
Is
Explain.
Explain?
Yeah.
Game Explain, where he shows that basically if you cover the Joy-Con with your hand, it starts to not be able to really register what you're doing with the analog stick. So a lot of people, I guess, were complaining about, Link will just kind of keep running even
Yeah.
when I'm not pressing the analog stick anymore.
Yep.
And he does it with both. I was hearing a lot of chatter like it's only on the left Joy-Con, but he shows it with both. And I
Yeah.
had some other people be like, "Yes, I just tried this. I can make this happen every time." If he puts it behind his back, it barely registers that he's moving the analog stick.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of a bummer. I don't really play with my controllers behind my back, so I can't really say how other consoles do it.
Right. Yeah.
But I've definitely put like a controller under a blanket before if I was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Does
it sounds
say
like
what game he was. Oh, I guess Zelda.
Zelda.
no,
Yeah.
the way because he can't show Zelda on the YouTube video, it's embargoed still. So he just went to the system level like what's the
Calibration
word?
settings.
Calibration settings, and he was showing how it wasn't working there.
Yeah.
So this is not just Zelda specific. This is system specific.
That was actually the better way to show it off too. You really saw like
Yeah.
the dead zones happening. Like it's weird though
Yep.
because it was really bad when he covered it with like his other hand. But even when he got the other hand close-ish, it started going a little bit.
It started
Like,
going down, yeah, when he was covering
Yeah.
like, just the side of it ish, yeah. So that's weird.
Yeah.
I really hope that's something that they can fix, and it's not a hardware
I
thing.
really hope that's a
Yeah.
driver issue. Yeah.
But it's weird that it's happening to all of them and both sides of the Joy-Con. And I mean, I don't play with a controller under a blanket that often, so hopefully it's not going to be much of an issue for me.
Right.
But I've definitely done that in the past, where I've had like my knees up and it behind my knees.
Yeah.
I don't. So he
Some-
also says when he's closer to the system, it's
Yeah.
been better. That he was sitting at about 10 feet away from the system. He said. So I guess this will mostly come up when you're TV mode.
Yep. That's
Makes me gotta wonder about 1-2 switch though, because that one you're like spinning around and doing all sorts of weird stuff with the controller.
it's a good point. Yeah. I didn't
so
really
I
consider
don't
that.
know. Yep.
You would have thought that for that game specifically, if they're doing weird stuff with the controller, that they would have found that out and like making their employees test it and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
And the last bit of Switch news is that you cannot share your downloadable games between different systems.
That
Okay.
seems like a given.
Yeah.
Maybe for Nintendo stuff, yeah.
No, like in general.
No, on Xboxes, I can go to my friend's house and load up my game there. If I just put my profile on it.
Actually, you're right, because Nathan and I
Yeah.
have played his
Same-
games before on PS3 even.
Same with PlayStation. John, I even came to your place and loaded up my save for.
I mean, you load up the
Need for
save, but
Speed.
you had to play my copy of the game.
But if it was a downloadable game, it wouldn't have been an issue.
I guess you would have just had to re-download the game.
I never,
Exactly, I just have to
I never thought about
log in.
that, but yeah, you're right. That is kind of.
I mean,
thing.
again, like I think this is a good point. We rarely ever do this.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like this will affect some people, but not as many as some people think, I guess.
It's going to affect people that review games, game reviewers who have to
Yeah.
like, work at an office, like
But-
people like GameSpot. This will affect.
At the same
for the most
time,
part.
the whole idea of the Switch is like, if I had a dock and a Switch, John could just bring his whole console over and then plop it in, and then we could play his game.
Yeah, it's
So-
working the exact same as the 3DS did, which, if you look at it that way, it makes complete sense. But yeah, I can see why it's a problem.
3DS specifically, I don't like because there's been horror stories of people's like 3DSs breaking, and then because the games were tied to that system, Nintendo's just like, oh well, it's not
Yeah.
account specific. It's
Yeah, now that is a
specific.
problem. But
That
that's
is a problem.
with Nintendo themselves.
And
For sure.
And this news story isn't talking about if games are going to be like locked to the system or whatever, or if it's just like it'll download to one system based on the account. Hopefully they're locked to the account, and if this does happen, but I bet it's just going to be like the 3DS because
Hmm.
why wouldn't it be? It's probably easier for them to just lock it and like, hey, why don't you just buy that game again? You guys love buying our games more than once. While you're at it, buy
Or
Super
just
Mario
buy a
Bros.
physical copy, then you have no problem.
That's not a good way to fix this issue.
It's
Just
a
stop buying-
handheld
I mean-
system.
Wait, what does it being handled have to do with anything? If anything, that's a more reason to buy it
It's
digitally.
portable.
Yeah, so buy all your games digitally, and it's even more portable.
Yeah, but then why would you expect? I don't know. I think this is a moot point. I get that it's not up to code with the other systems, but this seems like nitpicking at this point.
Again, like I said, this is a very specific issue for some people. It's not. I'm not going to run into this issue ever.
Yeah.
But that's just another thing. There you go.
Sure.
For people who if this was going to be a thing you wanted to do, now you can.
Yep.
And last news that I have is the games for gold for March.
Yeah.
On Xbox One, it's Layers of Fear.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
That is an
Um,
ambient first-person horror game where you are exploring the house of a painter who went insane and find out like what his story was.
Okay.
It's
as
cool.
well as Evolve.
Evolve is cool,
Ultimate.
man. I like that game a lot. It's too bad that their model for it was confusing and kind of shitty.
I don't know. Every time I think back on Evolve, the further away we get from it, the least I'm like interested in Evolve.
Sure,
I mean,
because
yeah,
other
history
games
has
have
not
done that
looked on
idea
it very
better.
well.
Yeah.
And then for 360, it's Borderlands 2 and Heavy Weapon.
I
don't
don't
know what
think I
Heavy
know what
Weapon is.
Heavy Weapon is, actually.
Apparently, it's a PopCap game. I don't recognize it.
It is a PopCap game. Yep.
Okay.
There's a picture of a guy with a scar, and he's pointing at
Oh!
you.
Weird. Okay, I'm looking at a screenshot of it. It looks like that tank game that we were playing, Shell Shock almost. But like
Shell Shock, really?
weird, man. I don't know, for free I don't want to hook up my 360 so I won't try this, but for free I
Sure.
would try this. For sure.
No, for free, it's terrible. Don't get it.
Yeah. Wasting my hard drive space.
That was all the news that I got.
Sweet.
So let's go on to questions.
There is one more piece of news, but it's not done
Oh.
yet. The DICE Awards are going on. Like right now.
Oh, right. Yeah, I saw some people in the chat talking
So-
about that.
But I don't
Probably
think
better if we
they're
just talk about it
finished.
next week.
I agree. So we'll cover that next week fully.
Winners next week.
Yeah, for sure. So questions?
Yeah, where can
All right,
people send
let's go to
questions in?
emails. Not it.
Not at what? Wait, what?
Not it to read out where people can send in their questions.
Oh, I mean, if people want to send it in, they could do it at TDP Podcast on Twitter, on Facebook at Top Down Perspective, topdownperspective@gmail.com for email, which is kind of the preferred method, or John's P.O. Box, so you could be like that dude who's sending in something every week or whatever is going on there.
Yeah, I'm not checking the PO box till next week, so I won't know for sure.
Yeah,
what
no,
he sent.
that's totally fair, for sure. But yeah, those are the ways. Also, Discord, you can do that if you want.
Discord's a good way.
We have Game Exchange up on Discord now. Somebody was saying that they were upset that it was spelled Game Exchange with 2 E's, so I fixed that for them. So everything's better
good.
now. Yeah.
Great.
There's also questions in Discord that I'll quickly review, and I'll pull them as I see
I'll
fit.
read this first one. Cody says, aside from the 3 major characters, are there any characters you would like to see return to the Zelda games? Please don't say Tingle.
What's wrong with Tingle?
Because Tingle's a given. That's what I'm thinking. Is who wouldn't say Tingle?
Yeah, Tingle actually would have been my answer.
Yep. How about the farmers from was it Lon Lon Ranch that are just Mario and Luigi?
Yep. I like those guys.
But like angry. Isn't one of them angry? Like isn't Luigi angry or something? Like he's always like,
he takes over the
frowning.
farm in the future, and he had the Getty Epona back.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Oh, good one in the chat. Mask salesman. That guy's
pretty creepy. That would have been
He's
good.
Super creepy.
I was gonna say the dude who makes all the kersploosh noises in Wind Waker, but apparently he is back in Breath of the Wild. So
Oh,
is he?
So I think that's the guy. Someone was telling me like some
The
character
canon
from
mini game, right?
some guy from Wind Waker is back, and I forget who it was. It was either the shopkeeper or the kersploosh guy.
I thought wait, which shopkeeper?
The thank you guy.
Oh, okay.
I guess the traveling boat shopkeep.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Beetle.
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 People are saying Beetle is back. So it's not about it's not Kersploosh, I guess.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I guess Groose would also be good.
There's a lot of good in Wind Waker. That fish, small fry fish, who paints you the maps. He's good.
Okay.
I also just liked all of those bird people. They just seemed cool.
Oh, I can't remember what the hell their species
Whatever
is.
the race is called, yeah.
It's like, I don't remember.
Also, Tetra was cool.
I mean, yeah. It's hard to discuss that without discussing Wind Waker spoilers, I guess, so I'm sure everyone at this point knows that.
15-year-old game or whatever. Oh, people are saying the Rito are back, which I think that was I think I did remember that. Anyway, any characters you want to see, Paul?
Nope.
No characters. All right.
Not a single character.
Not a single character.
I want the King of Red Lions to come back. I want that talking boat.
Because the leaf face people, they were in Breath of the Wild trailers. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, who's got the next question?
Okay.
Next one comes to us from Amanda.
Oh, this
What
is
are
also
your thoughts?
that did the fan art on last week's episode.
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah. I feel bad that we didn't actually say who that was. So that's Lady Juxta on Twitter, and I'll quickly show the thing up on the screen here again. But anyway, she wrote in this week.
Okay. She writes in, what are your thoughts behind certain fan arts such as yourselves? For it. I don't think that's
Yeah.
even in question.
It's totally
Yeah,
fine.
sure. It's fun.
Part 2, how do you feel about being featured in fan art as long as it's not too creepy and weird? Once again, for it.
I prefer creepy and
Eh.
weird because it's funny at least.
No.
Funnier that way.
No. No.
Fan art's fun. Go for it.
Sure.
And just out of curiosity, part 3, is there any TDP fan art out there, or am I probably the only one who has done so? If that is a yes, then I will feel special and sad at the same time. I don't actually remember. It might actually be the first.
I remember seeing other ones sent through Twitter. And then there's
Sure.
also the shirts.
Sure.
That's true. I
Yeah.
thought the shirt was a commission though.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, so you're right. We kind of we asked for that, but
Yeah.
So I guess it's not.
No, that's
it's
not fan art.
I guess it's not fan
Yeah.
art. Okay, but I'm pretty sure we've had other stuff sent to the Twitter, just not a lot of it.
Right.
And John gets fan art of him all the time,
I wouldn't say all the time.
like every week.
No, not even remotely.
Every week.
I don't know. I feel like you retweet something every week, but maybe not.
Tactician Hayes wrote in and said, question, favorite bromances in any video game? And I mean, the answer is Marcus and Dom, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, Dom's
that's
kinda
one of the
whiny.
best. That's one of the best ones, though, for sure.
I feel like I'm more of a Baird and Cole guy.
I mean,
Okay.
Baird and Cole's also pretty good.
Yeah, it's
I didn't
pretty
think we were
good.
going to have this much of a discussion on the subject matter, to be honest.
I think I just like Baird. Well, no, I'm not a huge fan of Baird. Cole and Marcus are just the best characters in that game, right?
Yeah, I think that's a general agreement there.
Like old man Marcus and linebacker Cole.
Yeah. The
What-
four
what was
dudes
the name
from
of
Final
football in
Fantasy
that
15.
universe?
What was the name of? Was it? Oh, was it something else? I have no idea.
Griffball or something like not Griffball.
Cole Ball.
No,
No.
it was something like
Was it
Cole
Gears
Ball?
Ball?
no. God, I wish it was Gears,
Gears Ball would be
It's
so
like
good.
Slam Ball,
Yeah, it's something manly sounding.
Thrash Ball.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
People are saying, what about Chris and Leon?
They don't have a bromance.
Call that a bromance.
Okay.
The last
Phoenix
game
and
they were in
Edgeworth,
together,
that's a
they
good
were
one.
pointing guns at each other. So,
The best bromance.
yeah.
Do Wario and Waluigi ever do anything together?
Besides play sports, not really.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Other bromances, I feel like there's so many out there we're missing.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Nathan Drake and Sully.
That's a pretty good one, actually. That's more like a weird father-son thing almost, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's not bro-y, really. Mutual respect, I guess.
Yeah, nothing else is coming to mind.
There does seem like we're missing, like, just a clearly obvious one, but
Yep.
whatever. It's fine.
Recess, Phoenix, and Edgeworth.
Yeah, a few people have
That's
said
pretty
Phoenix
good.
Edwards in the chat.
I'm not
Snake
sure
and
what
Otacon is good.
Bromance.
Yeah. Snake and
What about
Otacon's
Cloud
pretty
and
good.
Barrett.
That's, well, I
Or-
wouldn't know.
Donkey and Diddy Kong.
I mean,
That's-
they're related. They're blood.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's creepy. So,
Are they?
they're Kongs.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like nephew and uncle.
Oh, nephew and uncle. Okay. And Donkey Kong's the grandson of Cranky Kong, right?
Yes.
Who's the dad?
I think it's actually, I don't know. I think it's implied that it's Donkey Kong Jr. But
I thought
you
Donkey
never-
Kong Jr. was Donkey Kong.
I'm confused. There's like 3 different origin stories at this point. I don't know which one's the canonical one anymore.
I'm pretty sure Donkey Kong Jr. is the one that grows up to become Donkey Kong. Like,
But that
from-
wouldn't make sense because Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong.
Yep.
I'm saying like Donkey Kong Country Donkey Kong is Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah, but why would he be Junior then? He'd be Junior.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause
I
the-
don't know.
Grandfather. So yeah, it doesn't. That's
Well,
why it's
the dad's
confusing
off
because it
somewhere else.
doesn't fucking make sense.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know.
Yeah, some other people are saying that they think Donkey Kong Jr. is actually current DK's dad, and you just don't ever see him.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are also saying Frank Kong, but I think that's made up.
Frank.
Good old Frank.
Yeah.
Ark Seorin. In Maryland, September 21st is officially celebrated as Sid Meier's Civilization 5 Day. Is this a real thing?
I could look it
A
up
day that
here.
was made in honor of Maryland resident Sid Meier, and the then newly releasing Civ 5. If you could create a multinationally recognized holiday that celebrates any specific game, what would it be, and what traditions would be performed on this day?
Ooh, for a game.
This feels like a fake thing.
Does it?
I could believe it being real.
I
Like,
could
it's
believe
for
it too.
Civ 5 specifically, like not the
I'm looking.
franchise or anything, or like everything Sid Meier did. Sid Meier's Pirates.
Yep. The one everybody remembers.
Ah, so fondly remembered.
I mean, I liked it better than his other stuff, so. But
Really?
yeah, I don't like Civilization games that much. They're too long for me. Just too much,
that's
man.
fair. That's a fair thing. Too much game.
That's why, remember when we were talking with Landon, and he was saying that, like, he would love to make a Civilization type game that was, like, quick? That sounds so good to me. But, yeah.
This is not so much game as movie, but Tron Day. That should be a
Okay.
thing.
Spend the
state of
entire
Maryland-
day inside of your computer.
The state of Maryland has officially recognized local developer Firaxis Sid Meier Civilization 5 by naming the day of its release after the game itself. As dictated by a gubernatorial proclamation, September 21st, 2010, will be known as Sid Meier's Civilization V Day, or 5 Day.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Oh, damn.
That's why
Is this
I
like a
actually
yearly
pulled
thing?
this question, by the way. I don't know.
Is this a yearly thing or
No, I don't think it is, because it says here that the proclamation is September 21st, 2010. They specifically say the year on the
It's
written
just to mark
document.
that specific day, the release of the game day. Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yep, it does.
I
thought
like
that
Call
was
of Duty
interesting.
always gets a day, or it used to.
Yeah, but it's weird if we start talking about Call of Duty because they release on, like, Veterans Day. So, you know.
Yeah, I always found that very tasteless and
Was it
very
always
strange.
Veterans Day? I thought it was
Around
just whatever day was
It-
like
it
Veterans
has
Week.
had before, like either last year's or the year before was on Veterans Day. But
It's
it's
always-
always around that area.
It's always Veterans
used to
Day
be-
week. So, like, not on the day itself, but, like, that Tuesday.
It used to be whatever like was a fun pattern with the numbers, like 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. No, they always release Call of Duty as a war game on Remembrance Day / Veterans Day, which is, like,
Okay.
creepy if you started calling it Call of Duty Day instead of Remembrance Day or Veterans Day.
I call it Duty Calls Day.
Duty Calls Day, yeah. After Pay Respects Day.
I don't know. I
Duty
don't really have any
Calls
game in
like
mind.
a PC joke
I thi-
game.
Like I think there's also like Pokemon Day. I think is a literal thing. I think it's coming up like tomorrow if it wasn't today.
27th says the chat. Yeah, apparently there's going to be like special Pikachus in Pokemon Go or something.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know an answer to this necessarily besides, like, the obvious Tetris was big, so there should be a Tetris Day and a Mario Day, whatever.
I think there might actually be a Tetris Day, but I think it might
Sure.
be like in Russia.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
Makes
sure.
sticking with
sense.
Sunday.
Yeah. More than
Sunday
anything, I
is
pulled this
also a good
question
option.
because it's cool. I didn't know this, and I thought it was neat. Yeah.
John, you got this last one?
Last question from Shine. Who / what is your favorite dragon or dragon-based character in any video game? Protagonist dragon character or villain dragon character? How do you feel about dragons?
Dragons are dope. They're awesome.
Dragons-
I like
fine.
the dragon from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, he's
Shenron?
pretty good.
Shenron, yeah. No, I don't know. What's the movie that Sean Connery played the dragon in? Was that
Dragonheart. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's my answer. Video game though.
He's pretty good as a dragon. That voice is perfect for a dragon.
Can I pick the dragon from the Cards Against Humanity card? A sad, fat dragon with no friends?
No, you can't.
Damn it. Okay. Speaking of Cards Against Humanity, did you see they had Mass Effect pack this week for $1?
Yeah.
That's pretty
was
cool.
great.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna order it.
Why not? I thought you like ordered everything.
I like ordering them, but like I feel like I'm at that point where I'm not playing it, so I'm just
Okay.
wasting. Even if it's $1, I feel like I'm just wasting money at this point.
Sure. I play that game quite a bit, so. would Trogdor count? Someone's
Yes,
asking. I
absolutely.
think Trogdor definitely
Yeah,
counts.
there
He's
you
the
go.
Burninator. Of course he does.
Trogdor or any of the characters from Panzer Dragoon.
Okay, sure.
What about
I couldn't think
Yeah.
of any other dragon-based games,
Crimson
Okay.
Dragon launch title?
which was
Crimson
Panzer Dragoon, but not as well done.
Yeah, it's also bad.
I
Yeah.
really. Oh, Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon is adorable. I love him.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I guess there are games
How
for
to
How
Train Your
to Train
Dragon is a good
Dragon.
movie. Sure. What about that first, maybe second boss in Wind Waker? That dragon with the hook tail, with the volcano.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's a dragon.
That's a reasonable decision.
Hmm.
People
Yeah,
are
I,
asking
I honestly can't think
Spyro.
of much in the way of dragons that are like
Spyro.
interesting characters, if that makes sense.
If
You're saying Spyro is not interesting.
what about Smaug?
Smaug.
Smaug,
Oh my god.
the desolation of Smaug.
Good old Smug.
Yep.
Did none of us say Spyro by any chance? I'm just asking.
No,
if
we
I
didn't.
Missed when it was. Okay, okay.
I said Spyro like 4 times.
I mean, just now,
Sorry,
yeah.
I did not hear you say
Yeah.
Spyro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I even checked. I was like, "Is my mic muted?" I kept saying Spyro.
Yeah.
How about Yoshi? I'm just stealing from the chat entirely.
I mean, Yoshi is technically a dragon.
Yoshi
Dragonite.
is the best movable platform that you can jump off of when you need to. So
What about
he
Agreed.
might win.
Yoshi's Island?
Yoshi's Island? Yeah.
Like
No, he's
Poochie,
talking about
the
Poochie.
dog that
Oh.
Yoshi rides.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what about Nidhogg? Is that a dragon? No, it's a worm.
I think it's a wyvern.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a wyvern. I think it's just a giant worm. Also,
Okay.
what's the difference between dragon and wyvern?
I thought wyverns they don't have hands, they don't have feet. I think they
Yeah.
don't have hands.
Yeah. That sounds about right. They have 2
That would
legs. Yeah.
Although I was just playing some Berseria and I had to fight some wyverns, and I don't think they had either.
Okay, fair enough.
It was just wings.
I've seen at least one no hands in the chat. No, I see 2. There you go.
Yeah, wyverns
Wyverns
have wings
for arms.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. there you
that's
go.
it. Cool. Yeah, Parthenax and Alduin from Skyrim. I just like their voices. The thing I like about Skyrim is how the like powers that the dragons have are just like their ancient language that they speak with so much force that like it causes shit to happen. I just like that idea more than anything.
Can I pick
Like the
Puff?
idea of really loud talkers.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Can I pick Puff?
Puff the Magic Dragon? Yeah, I heard he lived
Yeah.
by the sea.
Oh my
What about Albie the
Is that a
racist
suitable answer?
dragon?
god. Not as much, not anymore.
That's going to be a deep cut for anybody to know that reference.
Oh man, someone's gonna get that one.
Oh, for
There's no way
sure.
that one's gonna
For
get it.
sure.
Mushu, good answer. Mushu.
Mushu.
Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Mushu is a great answer.
Also, I have to bring up that I love that Reese is just like going off about Final Fantasy 14 dragons. It's real good. It's really good. That game has a bunch of dragons. If a dragon dies and you have to fight its specter or like a skeleton version of it or an undead version, is it considered a dragon still or undead?
I would say it's it's a zombie dragon. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Probably an undead.
Wouldn't it be an undead dragon?
I guess if you want to
Or are
be
you saying
super
like what is
specific.
it weak against? Is it weak against like fire and health potions?
Yeah,
or
okay,
is it
let's-
weak against whatever dragons are.
I
weak
think we
against?
both technically, yeah.
If you heal an undead dragon, does it hurt?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it's undead more than it is dragon at that point.
How about blue eyes white dragon, red eyes black dragon?
Okay.
What was the 3-headed blue eyes white dragon?
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Was that what it was called?
Yep. They were very creative. They were very creative.
That name sucks. What
Blue
was
Eyes Extreme Dragon.
is it dark? What was Yugi's like main dude? The purple wizard
Dark
guy.
Magician. Dark Magician.
Dark magician. These are all awful.
Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl.
That's right. I was just thinking. I was like, wait, was that one called like White Magician or something? No, it was Dark Magician Girl. These are all so bad.
That's going to annoy
They sounded
somebody.
really good being said by the VA.
Yeah. A lot of people like Yu-Gi-Oh.
I summon Dark Magician in defense mode.
If
Yep.
people want to send questions next week, it's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, Discord, Facebook group, John's PO Box. What's your guys' games of the week?
I guess Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, I guess Resident
No,
Evil 7.
Puyo Puyo Tetris. Fuck it, Puyo Puyo
Nice.
Tetris.
Yeah, that's a good choice, actually.
I'm going to give it to The Lost Shield. Get up on that game.
Which apparently
Also,
we can't play.
Mini Metro was on sale on iOS this week. Like, don't sleep on that, people.
Wake up, people. Sheeple.
Wake up, sheeple!
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that guys, $3. All right.
And
we'll
on
see you guys
that,
next week.
yeah, we'll see you. Bye.
Later.
Sheeple.
Oh man. You beat me by like a split second.